V. I am back. It's a Friday night. Making sure that I do a live stream for the fans out there so we can discuss some Cowboys football. My boy Elton will be joining in a minute. I know that the scenery is a little bit different. It's a little dark in here, but I got a broadcast from a different room in the house today because other rooms are full right now. But you know what? The show must go on. Last week, I had a business event to attend, so Friday I couldn't really get on live, but we don't really have too much to talk about today. I mean, we do have the big news about Carson Wentz's deal, but I'll allow Elton to get on before we talk about that. But there is some big news that happened today. The Cowboys released their practice schedule for the summer, so I know that there are a lot of Cowboy fans out there that really do pay a lot of attention to a lot of the camp stuff, and the camp stuff is great because I know that I can personally tell you that the Cowboys have the best camp coverage out of probably any team. But the first practice is going to be, well, obviously, if you're a Cowboy fan, you know that in all of the training camps happen in Oxnard. They have a contract for years out there. So the first practice is capped off. Is going to kick the season off on July 27th on that Saturday. Just to let you guys know, that is the week that my child will be here. So we're looking at possibly the 24th. So I might be out of pocket a little bit around that time, or maybe, just maybe, I might have a little bit more time to do videos. We'll see. We'll play it by ear. This will be my third child. So my wife and I are vets in the game at this point. So, maybe I'll be on and we'll be talking a little bit more. Maybe not, but I just want to prepare you guys for that. So I'm just going to go through some highlights. August 4th is the famous blue-white scrimmage. That's one of my favorite things to watch because you get to see these guys go at it, ones versus ones. You get to see situational football. It's not just drills. And you get to see the team really, really play situational football as it's supposed to be played. I mean, obviously they don't bring everybody to the ground and all that type of stuff, but you get to see down the distance. You get to see first downs. You get to see long drives. So that's something right there that I really, really look forward to. And so then you look on August 10th, we have the first preseason game against San Francisco, at San Francisco. And then Saturday, we have the Rams, August 17th, in Honolulu for the Cowboy fans that are in Hawaii. So that's something different. I'm not sure if I've ever been around long enough to see the Cowboys play in Hawaii for a preseason game. It's probably the first time that it's ever happened, but again, it's against the Rams, and that's just gonna have some bad blood, even though it's preseason. We see them during the season, so I look forward to that. So let me see who's in the comments. I'm gonna shout some people out. See who we got, guys. I see Brandon Williams, what up? We got Senior Cowboy, howdy. My boy Elton, he said he's on the way. Meticulous Cowboy is here. So we have quite a bit of people here. So what I'll do is let's address some questions because it's going to be less formal today. I don't really have too many topics going on right now because, things are really, really, really slow. Yes, we've had OTAs and stuff, but I mean, I would love to hear in the address, we go back and forth. What's going on, Arthurville? Yeah, man. So let's see, what else is there that we could talk about before Elton gets on? Because again, that is something I want to say for him because I know how he feels about this situation. I know the research he's put in. And if you haven't had a chance to go look at his video about the narrative of the Cowboys, everything that he talked about is absolutely right. When it comes to covering the Cowboys, the talking heads, and I don't want to talk too much about it, but I'll paraphrase. The talking heads is always a story behind it. There's always some drama-filled exclamation point on when they're talking about us. It's never X's and O's. Never when this person lines up here, this person lines up here. There's always stuff like, is Dak worth it? Is Dak worth the contract? And stuff like that. But I have yet to hear, is Carson Wentz worth the deal he just signed? So that's the type of stuff that we talk about. You know, when it comes to Philadelphia, they'll talk football. When it comes to Dallas, we'll talk drama. So when you get a chance, go check out Elton's video. He did a pretty good job on that. You know, OTAs, I've been hearing some pretty good things about our running back, Pollard. I've been hearing some really, really, really good things about Pollard. One thing that I wanted to highlight that I've been hearing about at OTAs that I read the other day is that it appears that there is no safety competition as it looks right now. Your starting safeties are Xavier Woods and Jeff Heath. And they didn't even, and Jeff Heath didn't even give up first team reps. Like, I mean, Aloka, people were expecting Aloka to compete for that job. And as I pointed out when I did a video on Aloka, I don't think he's going to be able to beat Jeff Heath out. And knowing what I know right now, it could be that he's still learning what's going on. And I'm going to finish this point, then we can get into the Dak talk. You know, it could be that Aloka is still learning the position, but I doubt that. You know what I mean? Like, if it's going to be split up the way it is right now, Jeff Heath, for one, this is his second season really in how Chris Richard wants to run things. This is however many seasons knowing how the Cowboys want to run things. So if you give Jeff Heath the lead in the category, he's not going to give it up. He's not that type of guy unless you are just supremely talented. Unless you are talented and do all the right things. Like, I mean, like, you have to have like an out of this world talent. You're not going to beat him out for a position that he has a lead on. You want to touch on that before we get into the topic?
I just jumped in. What was you talking about?
Okay, so one note that I that came from OTAs, I can't remember which reporter said it on Twitter, but
that George Locus learning I'm slow. I actually touched on that in my video.
Well, I didn't even know he was learning slow, but I know that Jeff Heath has been taking all the first team reps, and there hasn't been no splits. So,
to me, that's just saying George Iloka is probably going to be a camp casualty.
Possibly, man, because Donovan Wilson, man, if he picks up that stuff, if Donovan Wilson is equal to George Iloka,
then you get rid of Iloka.
He gone, yeah. So I totally agree with that. Let's see what we got. All right. So, Elton, the $1 million question. Well, we know that Carson Wentz signed his big deal. I believe it was a 4-year extension for $128 million.
The 107 is guaranteed.
7 of it guaranteed. So where does that put you right now? How do you feel knowing the number that is the market for where Dak is? Do you feel?
To me, I think I said it to you earlier today. I was like, I think the Cowboys messed this one up.
Absolutely.
It ain't even because I think Dak is worth more or less, but it sends the wrong message to me. Cause the damn Eagles were smart, because they basically said, we believe in Carson Wentz, here's your money. And Dallas may believe the exact same thing, but the narrative of it looks like, we don't really believe in you. We might pay you when we feel it's just a good enough price.
I agree. And see, while the Eagles jumped out in front and just went ahead and did what they did, now the Eagles are in control of the market, which they knew we had to sign Dak. So did the Eagles possibly go a little too high? Possibly. But in the long run, when you look at it, they set the market. So everybody else is going to be much higher. Because I want to say he got about the same amount of money as Russell Wilson guaranteed, right?
I don't even remember how much Russ got guaranteed. I mean, but in the end, Carson kind of had to sign this contract because he's been hurt. So he really can't bet on himself and say, hey, let me show you another year. Because if he get hurt this season, they be like, we good.
Well, hell, but the Eagles didn't put him in a position to where he was. See, look, a couple of weeks ago, or maybe months ago, the Cowboys are playing hardball with Dak, playing hardball. And maybe that's part of the dramatics as to what you were talking about in your video earlier as far as the narrative. But it don't seem like the Eagles had play hardball with their franchise guy that they wanted to get in here. You know, maybe it has something to do with the fact that, you know, we had to get DeMarcus Lawrence done. I don't know. But it doesn't look like the Cowboys are as confident in getting it done as the Eagles were, obviously, because, you know, hurt or not, they had no problem with Foles getting out and then offering him a bigger deal than what Foles even received.
I think that has to do with who's doing the deals now. If Jerry was doing the deals, this was probably done.
Absolutely. You're right with that. Which leads me to my point. So, knowing that, does Jerry step in and try and get this deal done? Because let another quarterback get signed that really is comparable to Dak, or, you know, a little bit worse, and they get around that type of money, we're looking at a situation where, you know, we can have Dak for an inflated salary for the next couple of years that they can't really get rid of. If you Jerry, would you step in?
Honestly, probably not. Because I think the way they're doing it is the best way. I mean, but I am not worried about what we pay Dak personally. Because I think I posted earlier in our group of the Cowboys are in no way near salary cap. It actually really doesn't matter. They can pay Dak $40 million a year and we're gonna be all right. I mean, he ain't gonna get that, but I think I would want to get the deal done because it just sends a better message.
Agreed. Yeah, it sends a better message that we're looking.
You are our guy.
We have our quarterback. Yes, absolutely. And with that being said, though, I think there's something in your video that you touched on as far as the Cowboys. Like you feeling confident going into this season, more confident than, you know, you had been in a while. I think that part of it, though, has to do with the fact that we have so much homegrown talent. And, you know, the difference between this 13 and 3 and then the 9-7 drop off is that now we have damn near everybody who's homegrown talent still trying to play off their rookie deals, so they can't take off. And maybe, you know, if you think about that 13-3 year, we still had guys that had pretty big contracts, you know, that we're in a position to where it's like we had to deal with dead money. We don't have to deal with dead money anymore, which was a burden. Which now you can bring in Covingtons and I mean, I know I laughed at Hyder earlier, but I mean, you know, we were getting worse guys than that with the bargain basement shopping.
Yeah, you are getting guys who have to prove it. You just can't come here. We ain't handing out the Ken Hamlin deals anymore after 1 year. Okay, here is 4 years, $40 million, and you were trash. That actually was just one good year.
Exactly, and it's crazy because see, we were so bad off that we wouldn't have even been able to sign Randall Cobb to that 1 year, $5 million deal. To where I think that Randall Cobb is the best free agent signing that we've had since it's been that long, bro. I can't.
Brandon Carr?
Yeah, I would say that. And people can, you know, I know everybody hates Brandon Carr, but I'll tell you one thing Brandon Carr was, that dude was reliable.
He was there every Sunday.
He was probably on the best receiver every week, getting torched, but I mean, it is what it is, but still, absolutely no, I take it back. Because Greg Hardy was a good signing. I still think Greg Hardy was a good player. It was just a nutcase.
It was the wrong time.
Yeah.
And that was one season where whatever went wrong truly went wrong.
Absolutely, because we ended up losing our quarterback. And it looked like we was gonna have a really good year had Romo not gone down. But it had to happen, or else we wouldn't be in the situation we are today. So I don't regret that year, but you're absolutely right. It was just that was just a cluster F of a season, you know?
And then that was the height of the domestic violence things, and Hardy to say dumb stuff. It was like after he said what he said about Eli, then that's when they dropped that video. Well, it actually wasn't a video of the release court documents, and it was like he never played the same after that.
Yeah, he didn't. Now he's fighting people for a living. My man Zachary Nation said all this Dak contract talk stresses me out. Do you feel stressed out at this point?
Yeah, it does, because I think with everything going on, I don't like this cloud. This was like 27. I mean, it ain't nowhere near as bad. This was like 2017 when it really started to look like Zeke was gonna get suspended. You like,
okay, I keep reading in the chat like put Lord Brunson in this place. Who is that?
who?
I don't know who it is, but obviously it's somebody who is, I guess, maybe talking bad about Dak. At the end of the day, I don't need to put him in this place because we've already talked enough about Dak to this point to where we know that we want Dak as our quarterback. He deserves the money. If Carson Wentz got his money, Dak deserves his money. I don't think that we need to really kick this can down the road any more than it needs to be. At this point, you said you're stressed out about the contract talks. I'm not so much stressed. I just wanted to get it done. I'm anxious if that's what it is.
I don't like the white noise around it. Cause why? The damn narrative of it's going. I just don't. I mean, I don't need them to get it done tomorrow, but by training camp, get it done.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he needs to go out and prove it. Because, okay, if he goes out and prove it even more, then what? Are you going to be comfortable handling him more than $35 million? It can't get to a point to where you're going to have to say, well, that wasn't good enough. He actually got us to an NFC championship. Well, it ain't the Super Bowl. So how about we franchise until we get to a Super Bowl?
But yeah, I mean, I also think about it like this too, though. Because I remember the Saints used to freaking franchise damn Drew Brees every year. You remember that?
Yeah.
I think that happened like maybe like twice. And Drew Brees was walking away with a whole bunch of money. We're actually kind of in the position now to where the way the cap is running, we kind of could do that. I don't know what kind of message that sends. I don't think it sends a really good message at all. I would rather have them locked up. But technically, we could kind of do that. I just don't know. Here's my thing. If you're not into, I guess, being all in on one season for the next couple years where you're just all in and all in and all in and our window is closing, I see no reason to do that. You know what I mean? See no reason to keep franchising him and dragging this out. Just lock him up, lock the deal down, and then we just keep building. Keep drafting, keep, homegrown talent. And really, you just keep the homegrown talent coming in and out, but your quarterback and your system, you keep that consistent. And I think that that's what winning programs do.
Yep. I totally agree. I mean, to me, I'm like, because we all know how NFL deals work. Even if it says he's gonna make $32 million a year. It don't necessarily mean he's gonna make $32 million a year.
Hell no, we crafted with that money. You know, they crafted with that fluff, man. They moved that fluff around real well. What I'm interested in is what that guaranteed money is going to be. It's got to be more than $170. It's got to be that. Dak is probably going to be. I would not be surprised, and I probably should have titled this video that, but Dak will be the highest paid quarterback in NFL history when he signs his deal.
This is what they can do. Just guarantee his whole contract, and actually you don't have to say 6 years, 150 million, 110 guaranteed. Just 5 years, 120 million guaranteed.
Yeah, because I mean you're absolutely right because at that point, yeah, I know people are gonna call it nuts or whatever, but you gotta pay the man once. You're gonna have to pay him whatever guarantee is anyway.
Yeah.
It's gonna be probably around the 110 mark. If it's 4 years, because maybe it'll be 5 years. I'm actually surprised that the Eagles went 4 years instead of but you know what? I think they had the 5th-year option. Dak didn't have a 5th-year option because he was drafted so late, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Dak is gonna be looking at a 5-year contract. You're probably looking at, if I had to guess, if you're looking at the stats and if you're looking at head to head and if you're looking at the numbers, Dak's got to be at about 110 guaranteed. Probably 110. I'd say 110 for a round number. So what you're saying is 5 years, maybe 110 guaranteed.
Yes, you can do it like that.
Now, I know that Zachary, well, from what these guys are saying, is Brunson is an Eagles fan. He's an up-and-coming Eagles channel. Been talking trash. You know what? I don't give a damn about what the Eagles do. You know why
Certainly I don't.
You know why we're America's team? Because the Eagles have channels and they talk about the Cowboys. So what I won't do is I won't address, I won't address the Eagles. Because at the end of the day, I don't really care what the Eagles do. Carson Wentz. The only reason we're even discussing Carson Wentz at this point is because he set the market. Other than that, I don't give a damn about what Carson Wentz do. Hell, he can fart Skittles for all I care. I care what the Eagles do. At the end of the day, though, I do care what happens with our Cowboys.
Yeah, I could give a damn about the Eagles, the Redskins, or the Giants. Brady can get traded to the damn Giants tomorrow, and I wouldn't give him a damn rat's ass. Okay, he on the Giants.
Exactly. That's why, and Cowboys fans, this is what I will tell you. This is why you should feel offended when people say the Cowboys should not be America's team. You should be offended. I get offended when people say that because I'm like, well, you know what? The ratings say something different. You guys can't keep us out of your mouths. Don't matter what team you root for, everybody seems to hate us or love us. No matter what, you cannot argue the numbers. You can't argue the attention we get. You can't argue how everybody got to keep us in their mouths no matter what part of the year it is. Football is slow right now, and I guarantee Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharp, or ESPN First Take, they have a segment on the Cowboys. There's two things that there's always a segment on no matter what part of the year it is. It's the Cowboys and LeBron James. That's it. Everybody else can wait. Let's see. Saul Molina says he thinks it's a mistake if they do it. I think it's a mistake if they do that. If they do what? You might have to elaborate. Let's see. Boomer Sooner says Eagles can't keep the D out of their mouths.
They can't. They damn won the Super Bowl and was worried about us. Yeah, we damn got a Super Bowl. Yeah, it's your first time. Woo.
You know, I knew they had a problem when last year they still complaining about that damn offensive pass interference call, and they scored on the same damn drive. You know, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, The Cowboys got the refs in their pocket.
What about that bogus ass call on Randy Gregory where Dan Wentz got strip sacked?
We don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about. I don't want to talk about the Eagles because you know what? We whooped their ass twice last year,
and we is better than them now. And I can't wait to play them.
Yeah, bring the Eagles on. Bring anybody on. Bring the Redskins on, the Giants. Bring the Packers on. Bring the we owe the Packers an ass whooping, bro.
I can't wait for this season.
An ass whooping. Aaron Rodgers, I'm sick of it. We owe him an ass whooping. We owe who else we owe an ass whooping? We owe the Rams an ass whooping. I'm even excited about the damn preseason game that I talked about of the Rams. I want to beat their ass in the preseason. I don't even care.
We don't care. I didn't want to beat the Bills' ass because I don't know what's gotten to Cole Beasley, but I
want to beat the buffalo sauce out of the Bills. Hell yeah. Yeah. We get them on Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah. Nah, I didn't think I think they're gonna be better than they were last year, but they're gonna be one of them feisty teams.
They're always tough to play. I won't say they'll be easy. Like, Minnesota thought their ass was easy, and then they whooped Minnesota ass last year. So, who else? Let's see. Who else do y'all want? Show in the comments who deserves an ass whooping. Obviously, everybody on the schedule, we want to whoop their ass. Somebody says, I want to beat Brady. Boomer Sooner said that. Absolutely, bro. We have never beat Tom Brady. We have not beaten the Patriots since, I think the last time we beat them, I think Darren Woodson had a game-sealing interception against Drew Bledsoe. You know how long ago that was? That shit was like 1997 or something like that. Good God.
I don't really care about beating them in the regular season, but if we get to the Super, because it seemed like the Pats lose to the NFC East in the Super Bowl, so let us get to the Super Bowl. They can have that regular season game. Let us get them that second time.
Absolutely. Let's see. What's going on, Kevin? What's going on, Stephanie? This is your first time on, Stephanie. Thank you for coming on. Appreciate it. Let's see. Meticulous Cowboy said we own the East. Absolutely. What's our record in the last 3 years in the East?
We was 5-1 last year, and 5-1, and actually 3-3 the year before.
Which year we got 3-3?
The 13-3 year.
We did?
Because we lost to the Giants twice in that throwaway game versus the Eagles.
Oh, okay. So we went 3-3, 5-1,
5-1.
So 5-1 the last 2 years.
Yep, the last 2 years.
Damn. I keep telling my Redskin fans that. I'm like, bro, we done went 5-1 in the last couple of years in the division. Like, we're not worried about the division. Nobody in the division drafted well enough or did anything in the offseason to really offset us. Like, knock on wood, I got some wood right here, but there's no way the crown is ours to lose, is what I will say. I'm not going to say that I guarantee an NFC East crown this year, but I will say it's ours to lose. I think that we are clearly head and shoulders above everybody else in the division. Period.
Me too. Because I can look at the Eagles and say, who the hell are their linebackers and damn secondary?
Mm-hmm.
The D-line's good. Honestly, the Redskins defense is damn stout from each level. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, when they're healthy. Quite honestly, if we're talking about health and talent wise, I mean, they don't have a quarterback, but I think the Redskins will give us the most trouble. It sounds funny, but I think they can give us the most trouble because they have so much beef in the middle of their defensive line. And we want to control teams by running the football. And,
Deron Payne and damn Jonathan Allen tore our ass up both games.
Yeah.
Both games.
So I can't even front. I mean, it's probably a blessing in disguise. And you don't pray for anybody to get injured, but Reuben Foster going down probably
Helped us a little bit.
it definitely helped us in that matchup right there because with the Redskins having in the middle of that front seven, it's trouble for us a little bit. So we haven't quite figured it out. We didn't figure it out last year. Let's see. Teams that we owe an ass whooping. Zachary Nation said the Eagles, absolutely. The Pats. Saul Molina said the Colts, but we don't play them. And then Zachary Nation said the Colts in the Super Bowl. We do owe Colts an ass whooping. But you know what?
That Colts game, I don't even care about because I think everybody knew they was going to lose that game from the game plan. You can look at Dak and Amari on the sideline down zip like it's about to be one of them days.
Absolutely. What's going on, Kathy? How you doing? Saul said the Eagles, Deadskins, the Giants, Cowboys all day. Absolutely. I love it, man. The comments are on fire today, man. It seems like everybody that's on Mark's channel, a lot of familiar faces are in here tonight. So, that's a good thing. Absolutely. I'm going to answer a question. I'm not sure if Mark is going to live stream, but I'm pretty sure because, he messaged a little bit in the group me today. So I'll ask him to see if he's streaming. I know that E2 didn't last night. Let me text him right now. You got anything you want to talk about, Elton, though? Like that's been kind of like bothering you, or
it is a question I posed to you earlier, and let's talk about it in the open.
Okay.
And it's with the Randy Gregory suspension. Well, him actually being definitely suspended. I was gonna do a video on it separately, but I said, hey, there's no need. We actually can talk about it in the public frame if there's more people watching. Actually think personally behind the scenes that the NFL office is saying, you know what? We will lift the suspension up if y'all don't fight back with us suspending Zeke for a game or two.
It's like, and here's the crazy thing. I kind of agree with you on that's what they're talking about because Zeke has the headlines, bro. And what is the NFL doing right now while it's slow? They got to create headlines. They got to get the viewership up because nobody cares about anything right now. This Zeke story is such a non-story. But
it's a big story.
That it does. But because Zeke effed up, what you're talking about is a possibility. And for me, how I feel about it, I don't think Zeke should serve one game of suspension that he does not deserve because he already served 6 of them, damn it. He already served 6 of them. At this point, if you're going to suspend him for that, you're setting a very dangerous precedent, even if it is to make a deal. And then what the hell is this? Are they the DA's office where they're making deals with teams? Where
you already know they are.
We'll let you have that guy if we can get him. What the hell is this, dog? This is not Law and Order. Roger Goodell, man. DeMaurice Smith should be smacked in his face for allowing that portion of the CBA to be agreed to. I don't know who the hell agreed to that, but allowing them or Roger Goodell at his own discretion to determine punishment is just asinine.
That should have been one where they say, "Whoa, no."
Yeah, hell no.
Because was I'm getting more time off in the off season worth this? Can they honestly say that? Did it then really prevent less injuries? No.
True. Absolutely. I think that, for me, I think they should keep 16 games. Maybe they should try taking down one preseason game and they just go 3.
You know, I don't need 18 games. Give us 17. So actually, it'll never be okay. We are tied at. I don't like really even games because you can have that 500. Sort of like in boxing, I would rather have a 13th round, so it'll make a draw harder to happen.
Oh, my man, Law Nation is in the crib today. What's going on, Law? Salute, brother. Salute.
But as far as the question I posed, I would I would take that deal.
You would take it?
You know why?
Go ahead.
Because
Explain why.
because I looked at the schedule. Say worst calls 2 games. I don't think it should be more than a game, but then 1 game. We actually should beat the Giants with Zeke or no Zeke. Correct?
Yeah. And it's not even about us having like Pollard or Weber to come in. It's not even besides that point.
And I think the way Randy Gregory's coming on, give me that extra pass rush.
True. I mean, I want Randy Gregory back, but I'm also to the point too where I think we could survive without him.
Yeah, me too.
I honestly, if you ask me, I'd rather have him later in the season fresh.
I think he needs to get more reps. Like if it was DeMarcus Lawrence who's constantly been playing, yeah, I can understand. I think Randy Gregory needs it all because he was on for a year, off for damn near 2.
Yeah. I mean, he does need snaps, but at the same time, I mean, of these two, of what we're talking about, he's the actual guy that does deserve his suspension. So
Yeah,
that's where I'm like, I'm not sure if I'm the Cowboys that I go and bail him out when Zeke if they really want Zeke, I'm not sure I just let them have him when Randy Gregory really did mess up for probably about the umpteenth time. You know what I mean? Like he's actually lucky that he might even be reinstated. He's not banned for life based on these punk ass rules.
yeah. I mean, you're right because according to these stupid weed rules, he got popped.
See, the only thing that's crazy about him is I know that Mark talked about this a couple weeks ago, but Chris Long said the NFL testing is a joke. Like he knew when the test was coming, he was smoking weed the entire time. I think that Randy Gregory, knowing when it was coming, is still not giving a damn. Like his ass needs to really like. I love Randy Gregory as a player. I love his ability, but he got to sit down if that's the case. If he knew it was coming and he ain't give a damn, bro. Like I'm sorry, I'm not forking over 1 or 2 games for Zeke. You know what I mean? And that's one thing we're gonna have to disagree on because I mean, if Zeke was, obviously we know Zeke probably smoking pot too, but they come something like that. All right, cool. You know what I mean? Like you can have Zeke for a game, but like not for him, like not for Randy Gregory. Not when we just brought in Quinn. Like, sorry, Randy. Like now, if you talk about like Jalen Smith or somebody like that, all right, Zeke ass might have to sit a game. Somebody else different, but again, though, you're talking about them giving a deal and talking about deals. I don't want to hear, excuse my French, everybody. I don't want to hear shit about no deals. I don't want to hear about nothing getting dealt until Tyreek Hill gets what's coming to him. I don't want to hear nothing about nothing, bro. I don't want to hear nothing because when it came to Zeke, they didn't care what the ruling was legal wise. They didn't care about that. Say here's your 6 damn games. Now you want to be patient and wait for the law to come up with what they're gonna do before you do what you. Nah, man, hell no. You took it down, decided you wanted to be the lone ranger when it came to suspending these people. Why does it matter if we're talking about things that are detrimental to the league, why does it matter what happens to him in the courtroom if it didn't matter with Zeke a couple years ago or a couple years ago?
You actually know why that is though?
Go ahead.
Because actually once everything got leaked from the Zeke case, they actually look bad. Because you even got most NFL. Well, Zeke really didn't deserve to get suspended, but y'all did it. They don't like that blowback because the NFL is good for. This is why we suspended you. They actually never got a smoking gun, and then actually come to find out, people was recommending it ain't no way he should be suspended. None of that usually gets leaked, so then they start to look bad, and Jerry was like, okay, I'm on your ass now. And now they like, we can't really just hand out the punishment how we want to because everybody's saying we're wrong this time when it's usually, wow, why didn't y'all suspend them longer? Now they like, why did you suspend them anyway?
Exactly.
They can't give you why they really suspended them, so they started putting in stuff. You remember that Saint Dan Patty's Day incident?
Yeah, man.
This ain't why this ain't why I'm here.
Let's just be honest with you. Guys, if you don't know why Zeke is suspended because he pulled some ladies. He's not suspended for no domestic violence.
He got suspended for pulling it.
Suspended because he showed some ladies tatas in public. That's what it should have been. And if you ask me, if you say 2 to 3 games for that,
whatever.
That's what he did. You know what I mean? If you decide that that's detrimental to the league, suspend him for what you're suspending him for. Don't give me no bullshit. Don't give me no bullshit so that you save face or whatnot. And you make it look like you're a tough crime dog because it's a Dallas Cowboy. Suspend them for what you're going to suspend them for. And see, now I'm kind of with your theory before where you said that they're kind of giving him rope to hang himself. Whereas now, if he do something else between now and camp,
they're like, okay, yep.
And for me, I don't agree with that. I think that you should get dealt with what you did. Don't pile up no damn case. Like I said, the NFL is not the law. They're not a courtroom. I understand that, you know, there are some you need some legal background and stuff like that. But come on, man. You ain't got no damn gavel. You ain't got no gown. Cut that shit out. Straight up. I'm sorry I'm cursing a little bit, but I'm a little passionate about this because it's football. And at the end of the day, yes, I understand that, you know, it is a brand, but we are watching gladiators in the circle fight each other. We don't care at the end of the day if they're choirmen. We don't.
I don't.
About that. You know, unless you are
molesting children, I'm like,
yeah, or you know, like unless you are out here, you just in and out of jail, and hell, somebody killed somebody in the car, and I don't think they missed no time. Was it Dante
Stallworth? Yeah, they said okay, one game.
What? Yeah, exactly. So
and then his damn blood alcohol level was like double the damn legal limit. And it's like one game.
Yeah, and it's like I don't mean to sound like a crybaby when I say this type of stuff. I'm just saying, I'm not saying this for just because of Zeke. I'm saying this for the whole damn league. I'm saying this even for Tyreek Hill's case right now. You know what I mean?
Like I damn personally don't think Plaxico should have been suspended 6 games after shooting himself. Shooting yourself is
he shot himself, and then he had legal proceedings. He went to jail, didn't he?
Yeah, he went to jail.
He went to jail, bro, in his prime. Went to jail. I'm with you on that, and I hate the damn John. I thought that was the dumbest thing in the world.
I'm like, he has done all the damage to himself. The only person who got hurt was him.
He literally almost shot himself in the foot. Oh, wow. You know what? I didn't even think about this. So Richard Coleman says, can't be no worse than when Justin Timberlake pulled Janet Jackson, Zeke should take a fine. Didn't they just bring Justin Timberlake ass back to do a Super Bowl this year? And we suspend Zeke, or part of what Zeke was suspended for was for the same shit? Oh, okay. Got you. Makes sense. Oh, yeah. Thank you for bringing that up, Richard Coleman. That was a great point. Hell of a point. Let's see what we got in the comments. Boomer Sooner said Talib shot himself in the leg in Dallas. But the thing about Dallas and the thing about Texas is they don't care about shit like that, man. Like New York, they got them strict gun laws. That's why that was such a big deal.
Yeah, anybody can go and buy a gun in damn Texas. You go in 7-Eleven and get a 12 gauge. Give me that Slurpee and that 12 gauge out back.
Yeah. Yeah, man. We're going to get ready to get off, guys. I know that I believe that Mark is going to get on, and I think he's going to stream. So Derek said I'm going in. But you know what, man? I had to go in because you know what? I'm passionate about this legal NFL bullshit that they be doing, man. I think it's crap. And if Roger Goodell was in the room, I would tell him it was crap to his face. I would tell him he's full of shit.
He damn bet not get in the room with me.
Yeah, not with you. Yeah, you're going to Andrew Ruiz's ass.
It's going to be a real bad situation. I am damn surprised I'm not blocked.
You send him some bad stuff on Twitter? Hey.
Jason Whitlock got my damn Twitter account suspended yesterday, so.
Yeah. Well, yeah, guys. We're going to get ready to get up out of here. There's something you want to say before we head on out, Elton?
Thank you for letting me talk my shit. I damn changed my channel name to my name because I'm sure that's easier to remember than Real Talk Vegas Cowboys.
Okay, so just Elton?
Yeah, Elton Costin.
All right, so make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't to Elton Costin. He be talking that good old cowboy stuff, man. It's a great Cowboys mind, so make sure that you guys subscribe to his channel, offer some feedback, give him some comments, like all that good jazz, all right? Saul just said I got suspended for 6 games. Well, it won't be the first damn time, I guess, because I was suspended the whole time Zeke was. I served that time with Zeke, damn it. Yeah. But that's all we got, guys. Make sure you tune into Mark's channel. I'll be out there also as well. All right, guys. Peace.